Hi, I'm Patty Cafferata. My title is Special Assistant Attorney General for Law Enforcement, Counties, and Municipalities. I have the longest title in the office. So what that means is I work with local law enforcement and state law enforcement agencies. And I also work with all the counties and municipalities on whatever their issues are, needs are. Anybody can call me and I try and help them out. It's nice to see your Assemblyman Chris here again. Met him the first time he ran for office, which you're now up doing it again.
Unopposed now.
You're done? You didn't get an opponent?
Not for the general election, though.
That's pretty good. I always wanted one of those, Chris. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Councilwoman Cindy and Mayor Allen and J.P. Ryan and Bob Sweeten, your attorney, city attorney, I chatted with earlier, but it looks like he snuck out. So one of the things I wanted to talk about today is federal overreach, which is one of the missions of the Attorney General's. He's concerned about the federal government just pushing down on the states again and again and again and depriving us of our livelihoods and our way of life, geology, our whole culture. So our Solicitor Generals are the attorneys that go to court, not every day, but go to court and defend the state or whatever their entity is. And the Attorney General, when he came in, was very interested in pushing back against the federal government to protect our rights. So he searched the country, really, to find the best, brightest, hardest working, smartest lawyer that he could. And he hired a man named Lawrence Van Dyke, and he is absolutely top-notch as far as lawyers go and as far as defending our rights. So he's been involved in several cases. Some of them you've heard about. Some of them don't affect you necessarily here in the South. But in the northern part of the state, things like sage grouse. Do you have sage grouse here? I'm seeing some yeses and some no's. So, no? Any hunters? You haven't heard of them, so you don't have them. So, okay, well, one of the cases is the sage-grouse case, and that was, it would shut down all the mining and agriculture and grazing in some of the 9 northern counties, and so that was an important thing to defend our right to, and our way of life for those people. WOTUS, Waters of the U.S., is another one where the federal government is trying to regulate all water, which has not been the law of the land. And down to regulating puddles. If your parking lot got flooded, the federal government wanted to come in and regulate all of that. So that is something we really needed to push back on, and the Attorney General has done that. San Diego gun case. All know about the San Diego gun case? I see some yeses. The San Diego gun case, they passed an ordinance that you could not possess a gun outside your house. So that's a problem. So that's in the 9th Circuit. We are in the 9th Circuit. So we weighed in on that case, and we were successful. It's a Second Amendment right. We were successful at making sure that that didn't apply, because what happens in California doesn't always stay in California, particularly when you're in the 9th Circuit. So that was important for us to push back on. ATF had a proposal on banning certain kinds of ammo. We wrote a letter on that. Other people wrote a letter on that, and they decided not to pursue that ban. There was a search and seizure case in Elko County. Detained a guy and demanded his ID, and then found out he had some warrants against him, so they arrested him. And he challenged that, went all the way up to the Supreme Court, U.S. Supreme Court, came back, remanded back to the Nevada Supreme Court. And that's obviously a Fourth Amendment issue that we're also involved in. And of course, there are many more cases. But these are just the tip of the iceberg on pushing back against federal overreach, because the federal government owns so much of our land. So anyway, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Good to see you all. Thanks.